Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. On the Solana chart, we are still in the same structure here overall. Yeah, this potential 1-2 setup with support down to $119.59, below $119.59. However, a more bearish interpretation needs to be adopted. In this case, I would probably assume, and we need to be prepared for that, also due to the bearish setup that we see at the moment on the Bitcoin chart. Of course, it can be invalidated on the Bitcoin chart as well. It's only a setup. But what I want to point out here is that on the Solana chart, this is the bigger picture, larger time frame, that it could be that this wave 4 is still unfolding, right? So that would be a more bearish alternative, but would only be confirmed, you could say, well, not confirmed, but we would get a clearer indication that this is unfolding below $119, but a break below the August low would confirm that. That was formed at around $109, and then we could test. We could easily test the area between $72.58 and $95.50 then in that case, yeah? That would simply be a larger wave 4. We need to be ready though for a much more bearish interpretation, which is the red count. Shouldn't be a surprise to anyone who's been watching our charts. That would be a more bearish interpretation and would indicate the end of the bull market. That's possible, but also here would require a 5-wave move down and a break below $52.18. This is far away, which means the risk is quite high at the moment. Overall, looking at a bigger picture, but that's why we're tracking on the smaller time frame a support zone, which gives us smaller risk because, you know, when it breaks, obviously, then it invalidates the immediate 1-2 setup to the upside. So it means if this immediate 1-2 setup to the upside is breaking, starting to break, and if it's getting invalidated formally with a break below the August low, well, that would clearly favor a more bearish interpretations, whether it's a larger wave 4 as I just showed you, or a bearish count as per the red scenario on the daily chart. But none of these should be a surprise. That's why we're tracking support, right? To understand when the bullish scenarios fail. This is not high confidence anyway here at the moment, as I said in previous videos, because the movement from the 8th of August high is not convincing. Solana probably one of the stronger ones, but also here it had a chance to rally, it failed, you know, it didn't form an impulse, but you might remember me saying that this here was just a corrective base, so it could have easily formed a high B wave, which happened. And now it's following nicely the microstructure yesterday. After my last video, we've seen a reaction to micro resistance. So the parameters are being respected, indicating we are on the right track here with the wave count. Yesterday, and I did post that yesterday morning in our Discord community for our gold members, the idea was the price might need to form one more low in wave C of 2. I'm watching for one more low as long as the price is below resistance for wave 4, and then I defined it. And the price at the time was around $145.40, and you might see it here. Price was just on its way into resistance, into the micro resistance area with a possible rejection there, which then happened, and now we've dipped back into support. It would be ideal if that 5th wave of wave C, however, ends slightly below circle A. And what that level is, we're going to take a look at that now on the smaller time frame. So here, and you see we've reacted to resistance, and I can delete that resistance area now. We don't need it anymore. Now it's the case that if we get a break above yesterday's high at $147.50, it could be an early indication that wave 2 is bottomed. But I would prefer actually if this wave 5 of C of 2 ended slightly below wave A. And that would be a clearer ABC structure. But the wave count to the downside is technically full. We have 5 waves down. Would just be ideal to get a few more downside squiggles to complete this pattern. So that's the update about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.